Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm sitting in the Mirage 2000 today, and this is the mission I created right outside the Tonopah test range to practice my air-to-ground stuff. I've been trying to figure out the Mirage air-to-ground capabilities and ran into a really weird thing. So at the moment, I'm loaded with just rockets. And I'm loaded with just rockets for a reason. I guess the this is what somebody had told me on one of the Facebook groups I'm on, is that when I had Mark 82s and rockets mixed in together, the computer couldn't handle it and let me use the rockets for some reason, if that makes any sense. And no matter what I did, I could not launch the rockets. Kind of weird. I didn't see anything about this anywhere else. So I'm going to go through what I've figured out to be the process for selecting rockets. And again, the first thing, like I said, that I've learned is make sure that you load nothing but rockets or rockets and air-to-air stuff, because if you load rockets with any other air-to-ground stuff, they don't seem to work. Alrighty, so I'm going to pick my rockets. I'm going to select TAS and RS, and now that's blinking right now down there. And the reason being, excuse me, I've turned radar on and then put it in, or turn on the altimeter for radar, and that quit blinking. And then we're going to change it from barometric to radar. And down here, we can change the quantity. I think between par and tot, par is single, tot is everything. So I don't think I need to mess with this if I choose tot, but we're going to find out. And I don't need to mess with the fusing. Turn the master arm on. And at this point, if I push forward on the what is this called? Just controls. Forward on the weapon system CMD forward button. Now I have my rockets. They're armed, and I have the pipper. So I'm going to sit back in the seat a little bit and hit the active pause at this point. And up, and away we go. And then I have some targets up ahead. Let me reset my track IR. There we go. And I will turn off the labels, because I know where these guys are this time. One other thing I did different was I changed the resolution as well. So I am running at this point in like 2560 by 1080 instead of the normal 3840 by 1080 that I use. Some people have complained that the super ultra wide is harder to view. So I changed my monitor resolution, which is sometimes a pain in the ass, but I figured I'd try to help out. Okay, here we go. In range. Nice hits. And now they're going to disperse because they know they're in danger. So hopefully this view will be a little easier to watch. I could go down to 1080. I hate to do it, 1920 by 1080, but I figure this will be less super ultra wide, so you won't have as big of black bars on the top and the bottom. And it also offers better performance for me. Not that I'm hurting for performance at all when I go to the 2D display, because I'm running a 2080 Super, and I can get well over 100 FPS at 3840 by 1080 in most instances. So let's zoom in, and uh-oh. This thing is so... Uh-oh. There we go. It's so finicky or touchy at times. That was a bad run. And it looks like there's only one type of rocket to utilize in this. So I'm going to get some altitude again. And I'm going to flip over, since I have them right behind me where I want them. That was probably too low for that run too. And we should be lined up rather nice at this point. Now I do have... There's another line right here I need to hit. I want to get these guys next. So coming in, and nice hits. And I dove in too low, of course, as I usually do. But that's pretty much it. That is rockets. And again, oh, I destroyed one. Well, those guys are softer targets, so I'm not surprised by that, because the harder targets are the T-72s, and they take a bunch of hits with the rockets. Still having a hard time getting like Mark 82s to work, and Mark 82 Snake Eyes for some reason. I've got the Belugas working, which are like the cluster bombs. I've got rockets working now, but seems to be a learning process, man. It's just, you know, this thing is very different. Okay, and nice hits. So it's definitely growing on me. I'm really starting to enjoy this thing. It's just a learning process. It's a little different than other aircraft in terms of the steps you have to take to utilize the weapon systems for air-to-ground. There isn't like a air-to-ground mode per se. So again, my understanding of it, I'm going to active pause, is you come in here, you need to turn on the radar to emit. It's usually in standby. You select your weapon from down here. So pick RK3, and I forget what TAS is. RS has something to do with the radar ranging, I believe, because the S blinks until you have the up here the radar altimeter turned to the on position, and then from barometric to rad. And I just chose TOT. TOT, I believe, is everything. Pole or par is one at a time, and then I think when you're in par, that's when you can utilize this to dictate how many of whatever you shoot. I don't know if this would the distance between shots affects rockets either, but just for the hell of it, I'm gonna try that. And we shall see. But man, I can't get the Mark 82s to work at all. Not sure what's going on there. And I've watched Reaper videos, I've read the Chuck's guide, at least the page where, you know, talks about Mark 82s. I mean, maybe I'm missing something. Wouldn't be the first time. So these guys here look like they're lonely. I'm just going to hold it in and see what we get. And I missed. Yeah, that didn't seem to be any different. So this probably has no effect on anything right now with the rockets. Pulling too many G's, maybe? There's a nice little cluster of them. That was better. Again, I'm no expert. I'm not calling this a tutorial. I'm just showing you guys what I figured out. And I'm practicing it on my test range. And again, you can create your own test range just as easily. Because the area, this is the Tonopah, I guess, airfield right here. And that little square back there was a piece of land that was already defined on the map. And all I did was add the object for the fire and smoke to mark it, and the vehicles. I just lined them up on my own. Yeah, I'm way too low to be doing this, probably, is the issue. And I completely missed them that time, too. Yeah, I should be doing this at a steeper dive, but again, I'm just fooling around. So anyways, I'm going to leave it at that, but that is rockets in the Mirage 2000 and what I've figured out with rockets in the Mirage 2000 so far. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, and I'm always listening and watching for those comments and suggestions, so go ahead and tell me what you guys think. So as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Feel free to hit that like button, and until next time.